What is going on, friends, people of the trading community? The market went haywire today to the upside. We've got a lot to talk about. In today's video, we're going to go into the market indexes and then my favorite stocks for tomorrow. I got me and Big City Colt here. He's having a little bit of a day because his teeth are coming in, so he doesn't want to be put down. But he is the cutest baby in the world. Tell me one baby that's cuter than this. I love you so much, Bachu. Now, guys, what can we say about today? This market is so resilient, and we've got to respect it. Think about this, what we've been through. The FOMC came out. They basically said no rate cuts for a while. Then, yesterday, the CPI came out, and it had a hot print. And the futures market for interest rates said no rate cuts till December. The market reversed. And now we're here at all-time highs. The market has shrugged off tariffs, the rates, the CPI, and all the other stuff that's happening out there. The market has been so resilient and just absorbing, right? Absorbing one after another. And so we got to respect that, right? We got to respect that. And we've got to come in and say, hey, price action is telling us one thing. Break the F word out. Only daddy talks like that, right? Break the F word out. Look at the SPY here, guys. Two things. Number one, the indexes are at breakout. Number two, Fridays are always hot. Very rarely do we ever see Fridays not hot. If we get a week open tomorrow, we got to try to red to green this market on all fronts and try to play the breakout, all right? If the breakout fails, it fails. But the setup is there right now, and we've got to be mindful of it, right? We got to respect this. If you saw this and this was a stock, right? You just looked at this, you didn't know this was the index, you just saw this as a stock. You would say this thing is so hot, right? That this thing is beautiful. And then, of course, the conjecture, right? We've just shaken off a lot of bad news, and we are getting this thing ready to party. So let's go into the watch list and just see what we got going on for tomorrow. I'll keep it short. It's on my babysitting duty. So, first of all, we already been talking about how the QQQ is so hot, right? Let's start adding in some stocks. So these robot companies, Serve, GRR, all the robot companies are looking really zesty right now. Love the overall look of Serve, 13 million shares. You got a breakout setting up. This company's a huge turd, but it's there. I think if Serve breaks out, then this RR will start to follow too. I think that, we could get a little trend line break on this bad boy also. Beyond that, I think we want to look at some of this space stuff, right? Like this Fridays are always hot for this stuff. So I want to come in and be pure spec nation. Look at this ASTS. After this wedge, right, you push the 32, pull back into the 9 EMA. Nice day, up 8%. Got a little flag setting up. I mean, you can't get better than that, right? Now, don't pull out any of my wires. Can't get better than that, right? This has got a good look to it. Beyond that, Lemonade. We got a rebounding pattern here on Lemonade, right? I think spec money's starting to come back in some of these stocks. They've been retracing for a couple months. Watch this level here. If it remounts on the 50-day moving average, I think you're good on this Lemonade too. Roku had earnings out. Look at the breakout on this, right? UPST, Affirm, both had these similar looks where you had these big bases and then you kind of took them out and you're off to the races. So I like the overall look on this Roku. A caveat on this, it trades a little bit thin, but whatever. Peloton setting up. You got a flat top breakout on this bad boy. Woohoo! Damn, that's hot too, right? Look at this thing. We're coming in deep on this thing. If this gets the look, I may swing trade that. ARM had some news out with Meta today. I think this will be in play for tomorrow. It's setting up, hey buddy. It's setting up for a breakout to, it's got a 180 probably target, but I think it's going to meander its way over there. It's out of the semis, it's got the best look. AVGO technically has the best look, but it's trading like a Randy. SMCI, nice reversal today, right? I want you to watch this earnings day high. I want you to watch this earnings day high. If it takes out this green dotted line, I mean, we're in for it, right? And then if you look on the daily chart, we got ourselves just a nice location here. If it can come in here, I think we get a little bit of a short squeeze. China, I've been pounding the table on Baba and Futu for the swing side and day trading side for a while. I think Billy's got a chance here. I've got a lot of lines drawn on this bad boy. But if you look here, we've come over the 50-day moving average. We're taking out some range. I mean, if you look at this bad boy, right, like we've been just really tightened up here. If we come out of this, I think we're in for a good spot here. Affirm, 80 is going to be a level here. If you look here after the second day of earnings, it topped out at 80. We got about 3 days of inside days, consolidation days. This is the spot. I mean, it's right at there. You get a week open, a red to green, we're coming in hot on this. FNGU looks just like the QQQs. This is your FANG stocks. I always keep an eye on this as just a proxy for Tech 2. You've got Snow here on flat top breakout. And then, even Amazon sitting here at the 50-day moving average. If you see like FNGU breakout, I think this is probably a low-risk spot to do some calls. I mean, you could go in. The 230s are even cheap, right? Like Amazon always has cheap calls. So you can come in at the 230s. I mean, that's a balk. That could be something, right? You could go 232s if you want to get really risky. And if you get the Friday squeeze, guys, Fridays are always hot. Even if the indexes don't show it, the Fridays are always hot. Big range on Fridays. We want to be a part of this. We want to play this game, right? We want to play this game. So let's get into this. Woohoo! I like it. Bachu. Dude. And beyond that, I think Baidu's got a nice look. There's so many stocks that look good right now, but Baidu's got a nice look too. I want you to keep 2 or 3 Chinas on the watch list. I know everybody's been asking me about 10. We've been putting it on the watch list forever. I think it's a daily trader still, but I don't think you can swing trade this anymore, right? The 9 EMA's at $70. Dude, if it gaps up to like 90, 95 tomorrow, we probably should fade it. I mean, the volume pattern's great, but and we took this thing long today for a hot little number. Dude, real hot little number here for the breakout, pullback, and a go. Dude, this thing is hot, but it needs the pull, right? So you can day trade this, but if you're swinging, you probably should be looking to sell into this. And frankly, if you get a big gap on this, I'd look to peel out of this anyway. So, guys, the market is hot. I mean, you can go through, stock after stock, and they're gonna all look, fairly similar. There's a lot of little momentum stocks and shorts and things like that. But I think you want to stay away from the ones that are a little too extended. I'm thinking, a little bit more specky for tomorrow. And dude, we'll go have some fun. I love you guys.